Hey, good evening. It is December 28th, 2016. My name is Ellen Graham. I'm a National Marketing Director for the Juice Plus Company here in Denver. And I got together with a couple of my buddies today. You see here in the top left-hand corner, Desiree Richards, and then also Erica Frericks. Desiree is here in Denver like me, and Erica is up in Fremont, Michigan. But the three of us are absolutely passionate about inspiring healthy living around the world. And so this video is for our teams, anybody who's got a Juice Plus virtual franchise that wants to understand the Shred 10 better and not only engage in it themselves, but help others to engage. And I will say right now that for some personality types, especially like mine, programs that come with details and following up with people can make me nervous. It can make my brain explode. But I want to tell you the Shred 10 is absolutely revolutionizing how we do our business. And it is absolutely going to be a factor that explodes our businesses. And I think the number of new customers we'll see and the number of those new customers that turn into distributors. So I just want to give you an example of this for today. I have been inviting a neighbor of mine to Wine and Wellness at my house to learn about Juice Plus for probably 6 months or more because I've run into her at the gym. I have no idea if she's even interested. I've just said, hey, you're my neighbor, would love to get to know you better. She's never been able to come. She liked my Shred Facebook post, private messaged me, said, I want to do your Shred. I didn't even have to give her a lot of details. I typed in a few things. She came by my house today for order form and samples and said, I think I've got three or four friends that want to do it with me as well. Hey, Desiree, you're sideways. There you go. And you guys, that's the simple power of something that duplicates, okay? And that's what we're going to harness tonight. Everybody can do this. This is simple. So what I want to do is I am actually going to start with sharing my screen. You guys forgive me because this isn't going to be perfectly professional. But just today we had access to the new Shred 10 video that we can share with our prospects that explains how it works, what the benefits are, and all those kinds of things. So I'm going to share my screen and we're going to watch the first, it's about a 15-minute video. We're going to watch about the first 7.5 minutes of it. And then we're going to go through some PowerPoint slides that I share with people who are looking at doing the Shred. We're going to talk about addressing objections, concerns, all of those type of things. And we're going to open it up for some questions. Now, the other thing that you're going to hear tonight is you're going to hear my personal Shred 10 story, and you're also going to hear Desiree's. So hang on a second.
On with me. Jamie has her background in occupational therapy, and she's a wife and mom of 3.
Can you guys hear that?
A wife and mom of 2 teenagers. And, you know, we're so excited that you're joining us tonight to learn about the Healthy Living Revolution Shred 10 program. And, you know, 18 years ago, if you would have asked me if I was healthy, I would have said yes. I was a fitness instructor and personal trainer for 23 years. And looking back today, though, I was really tired. I wanted to take a nap every afternoon. I wasn't sleeping through the night all the way. I was getting sick a lot with chronic sinus infections. My hair was coming out in the shower. And I really had a lot of aches and pains in my 30s, but I thought that was normal. And, you know, what I've realized today is that I needed a revolution in my health. I needed a way that I could learn to take healthy back. And that's what this Healthy Living Revolution is all about. It is a movement to help people do just that. And there's no better way or no better time to jumpstart your health than right now. And tonight we're going to share a program with you that will really allow you to jumpstart your health too. So Jamie, I don't know if you want to share a little bit about your health journey for a second, because I just shared mine.
Yeah, no, I definitely needed a revolution at 25 years old. I was on 8 prescription medications, and I was searching for a better way. And I was doing it, you know, all based on what kind of the media was saying and the, you know, the Next Fitness magazine where it led me. And I considered myself a health nut, but obviously I wasn't getting any healthier. And so, yeah, I was introduced to this kind of concept of flooding my body with more fruits and vegetables and making simple nutritional changes in my health. And here I am almost 15 years later. It's been profound what it's done for my health.
So we are just thrilled to share with you about the Shred 10. So let's dive in and learn a little bit more. The Shred 10 is about following a plan for 10 days, and we're going to share that plan with you over the next few minutes. And then it's living it by continuing on with your health journey. And so many people really come to love the Shred 10 experience that they cannot keep it to themselves. They really want to share it with friends and family, and you might find yourself doing the same thing. The Shred 10 is a jumpstart program that we hope will transition into a healthier lifestyle. You know, there are two startling trends in our world today. Wouldn't you agree that we are living in a chemical world? We're bombarded by toxins, which are leading to all kinds of health problems. Unless you're living in a bubble, these toxins are pretty much everywhere. We're breathing them in. We're putting them on our skin, hair, and nails. They're on our lawn, in our pool, and we're even eating them. And wouldn't you agree also that our food quality is decreasing? We all know this. This really creates a need to detox and rejuvenate. And that's what this Shred 10 is all about. Let's talk about maintaining a healthy weight for a moment, because we know that excess fat contributes to over 20 different diseases. And the toxins that we just talked about, you know, our body cannot handle the onslaught of toxins that we're exposed to today. So it protects our organs by trapping the toxins in fat cells. The good news is that this keeps the toxins from running around our body and causing havoc. But the bad news is the fat cells expand and can cause weight issues. When you burn fat in the wrong way, and then you have such a mess, that's without proper nutrition or even over-exercising, the toxins are re-released into the bloodstream. And this really stresses the body. So your body very smartly goes into fat production to once again erode the toxins, protecting vital organs, and the fat returns. This really is a vicious cycle. But there's a better way. It's the safe and healthy way to lose weight and get healthy. And this is what we're doing with the Shred 10. This is the bottom portion of the picture. It allows your body to cleanse itself by removing the toxic load and adding clean eating, especially fruits and vegetables. Now you're shedding fat and you're assisting your liver so it can do its job and cleanse the toxins. Weight loss is easier, quicker, and this really leads to more permanent weight loss. So how can we get enough fruits and vegetables to make this kind of process possible? Well, the truth is we can't. We need help. And one important part of this Shred 10 is to add something called Juice Plus to your diet. The Juice Plus Trio capsules and the Juice Plus Complete Shake every day. This is literally like flooding your body with 45 fruits, vegetables, and berries. It's not a substitute for the real thing, but it will definitely bridge the gap as you try to eat a lot of plants during the Shred 10. This is powdered produce, and you'll add 2 fruit, 2 vegetable, 2 berry capsules, and you'll drink 2 complete shakes every day. Let's talk about willpower for a moment. Some of us think some people have it and some don't, but that's actually not true. Willpower is a function of your blood sugar. Think about a time when you skipped a meal or you were just too busy to eat. You know, we all have those days. And then you want to eat anything in sight. And here's why. It's called glycemic index. This is the rate at which sugar enters your bloodstream. And sugar should enter your bloodstream slowly and give you energy, sustained energy. That's what complex carbs do. Or sugar can rush in and spike your blood sugar like you see in the taller curved line. This is what happens when we eat empty carbohydrates like bread, crackers, boxed food. There's a spike in blood sugar, and then it comes crashing down an hour or 2 later. And you feel like you need a nap, but not before you want to raid the pantry. And this also happens when we skip meals or first thing in the morning when we wake up on an empty stomach. And we actually think we need caffeine to wake up, but that's not true. The dark blue line is where we want to be. This shows what happens when we eat a low glycemic meal with fiber. So any sugar enters the bloodstream slowly, and this is what happens when you drink the Juice Plus Complete Shake. Then your blood sugar is stable, and it makes it so much easier to avoid bad habits and food addiction. This is the zone of willpower, and you just might find yourself losing your cravings for junk food during the shred. This is why the complete is such an important part of the Shred 10. Let's talk just a little bit more about the Juice Plus Complete. It's low glycemic, so it does stabilize that blood sugar. It also has 13 grams of plant protein, as well as wonderful ingredients like broccoli and radish sprouts, pumpkin, pomegranate, spirulina. And the Complete has 8 grams of pure plant fiber per serving. The oligosaccharides in the Complete are actually a prebiotic. This really helps to keep your digestive system healthy. And wow, do we need that today. And you can use the Complete shake in so many different ways. I love having it for breakfast every day. It really starts my day off right. And you can make your second shake as another meal or even as a post-workout drink or late night snack. You know, this Shred 10 is about shredding the food, toxins, and habits for 10 days that are not serving you well and adopting new, healthier habits. And Jamie, I'm going to turn it over to you to share a little bit more about the...
Okay, guys, we're going to stop there because as you can see, we have got absolutely world-class education to offer people. Just the first 7 minutes of that video. You guys, this is why it's so duplicatable. You don't have to be the expert here. You're learning as you go, but just that, I think that discussion around the zone of willpower, I've never heard that before, you know, and addressing gut health and addressing how and why we can detox healthfully versus a lot of other things out there. And this message about whole food is really resonating with people like never before in massive numbers. I have been with the Juice Plus Company for 10 years, and I will tell you guys, it was a really different environment 10 years ago when you tried to talk to people about whole food versus vitamins. When you talk to people about their gut health, they didn't understand that maybe an autoimmune disorder or a cancer diagnosis had something to do with their gut health. So again, we're really empowering people here to take their health to the next level. And with that, I want to share my story and then have Desiree share hers because, you know, somebody who's been on Juice Plus for a decade, and I've done some of the other programs out there, I will tell you, I hate diets. I hate anything that's a gimmick, and I did not want to promote anything to my loyal customers or just to people I know, period, that wasn't really going to benefit them. And I've shared Juice Plus for a decade because I know Juice Plus will benefit every human body out there. I feel the same way about the shakes. I feel the same way about our Tower Garden. So I was a little bit skeptical when this whole shred thing started, but I began to look at it, started to hear the stories, decided, okay, fine, I'll try it myself. You guys are getting a little insight into my personality. And 5 days in, when I got over all of the, like all the withdrawal from coffee, because I did think my head was going to explode on day 3 and 4. Honestly, for me, coffee was the toughest thing to give up. Day 5, I had a glass of wine, and rather than sort of like just continuing after the glass of wine, I kind of just blew off the rest of the shred. Didn't really know what I thought about it. It kind of bothered at me, you know, and so I came back a couple weeks later and I did another 10 full days. And oh my goodness, here's what I want to share with you guys. Hey, Kathy, I'm going to have you mute yourself because we're recording this. It's great to see you tonight. Thank you for joining us. You guys, my sleep was phenomenally more restful, and that is because of that fast we're creating for our bodies when we don't eat after 6 p.m., okay? And I'm a late night muncher. I will admit it. I am, like, when the wine and cheese happens, it's usually after 9 p.m. What I didn't realize is that a lot of times I wake up with that kind of sluggish food hangover. You know, I have a cup of coffee, that gets me going. I have my shake, it's not all bad, but I'm not really that hungry because I was eating at 9 or 10 o'clock the night before. when you give your body 12 to 14 hours, and they talk about this in the video, to fast, it has a profound effect on your body's restorative processes. So that was huge for me. I saw about an inch around my hips go away. I saw my skin just really start to sparkle after 10 days, and I know what my triggers are now for my skin. It's definitely sugar and dairy. So after I did this, you guys, I just was like, okay, this is something anyone can do. This is like restarting your phone. It needs to be done sometimes. And people, it's so simple, a few hours of preparation and they can go and do it. So that being said, Desiree, all throughout 2016, has been shredding with me, and we've been shredding with small groups of people. Tell us your story, Desiree, because it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, thanks, Ellen. So for all of you who don't know me, my name is Desiree Richards, and I am also a franchise owner with the Juice Plus company. My story with Juice Plus starts about 7 years ago, where I just started on the capsules. I was just your average 20-something mom with a toddler who was incredibly picky, and I was feeding her the traditional Dino Nuggets and mac and cheese diet, and I was about 200 pounds at the time, and you know, I'm about 5'2", so I was really, really overweight, and I had a lot of health issues. So my story with the Juice Plus company starts about 7 years ago, taking the capsules. I just needed something for me and my little girl to do something that was easy and convenient and affordable. And I was a single mom at the time, so this fit seamlessly into my life. And then my lifestyle transformation actually started about 3 years ago when my husband and I partnered together, and we did the Healthy Living Revolution program together. And between the two of us, you guys, we lost 130 pounds. And I have been able to maintain my size 1-3. I'm a little bit bigger. I'm a size 3 right now, but I just had a baby. So my hips are, you know, doing that thing that they do after pregnancy. They're a little bit wider. But, you know, my shred story really starts when I was pregnant, before the shred even existed, was actually a program. Really what I was looking for was a good omega supplement for building a healthy baby brain and getting all those good omega fats during pregnancy. And there's really not anything on the market that I found that was credible. And so I started, you know, listening to more of our doctors and realized there were a lot of plant-based omegas that were an option, and that we have some omegas in our shakes. You guys, I was like Ellen. I was really skeptical. When I did the HLR, I did not incorporate 2 shakes a day into my diet. And I really could kick myself for taking so long to get on board. So when I was pregnant, I decided to do 2 shakes a day, 1 for breakfast, 1 for lunch, and then I was using the capsules as a prenatal because I just think they're the best prenatal option on the market. And my doctor was continually blown away by how healthy I looked, my healthy weight gain. I wasn't gaining an excess amount of weight. I didn't have excessive swelling or a significant blood pressure increase during pregnancy. And I had tons of energy. For all of you that don't know, my daughters are born 10 years apart. And so being pregnant this time around was much different. I'm much older. I did have a C-section that was really invasive, and there were a lot of problems, and it left me very swollen and bruised. And my doctor was absolutely amazed at how well and how quickly I healed. She was my whole pregnancy asking me, what are you doing? You look great. You're still wearing high heels in your 3rd trimester. Your feet aren't swollen at all. What are you doing? But you know, the other great things that happened is my baby didn't suffer from severe jaundice this time around. And she continues to wow me with how advanced, alert, energetic, and she's just a very different baby from my first one. Her nanny watches another little girl, and this little girl is always sick. And my nanny's family is always catching colds. And Scarlett does not even hint at picking anything up. Typically during nursing and pregnancy, your immune system is really compromised, but my body has just been combative of all issues that have arisen. Another thing is, you know, I feel like I'm getting a 2-for-1 deal. I'm getting all this great nutrition in my body for myself and a baby through my whole pregnancy and also during breastfeeding. And the best part about the Shred, you guys, I mean, I love the health benefits, but who doesn't love to feel confident as a mom after you've had a baby, right? I have fit into my size 3 pants for months now, and my baby's 7 months old. You know, that little bit of baby weight just melted right off, and being a new mom is hard. Oh, what happened?
Oh,
sorry, guys. I got a phone call. Sorry, I got a phone call. The other thing that's really awesome is like my hair. Usually after pregnancy, your hair falls out and you get this like hormonal acne. My skin is glowing and my hair is not falling out, and I love it because you love your aesthetics after you have a baby. Like, you just want to get your body back and you just want to feel good. And for anybody who's out there skeptical or questioning the Shred, I've been doing it for well over a year. You guys got to try it. Do this for yourself. It's the best thing you can do. It really is.
Desiree, thank you so much for your time and your passion and enthusiasm. And I, for one, I've known you since you came into the business, and you look different. Your energy is different. And so I just applaud you because you've done the work. How many shreds do you think you've done this year?
Oh my gosh, I don't know. Like, you know what? I honestly, you guys, I'll like get off of a Shred and I'll free eat a little bit, and I'm like, oh God, I just don't feel very good. And so I kind of pick right back up on it. I really feel like it is a 10-day jumpstart, but for me, it's really more of a maintenance program at this point because those shakes are so easy. I'm breastfeeding. I've got 2 little girls. I'm a busy mom. Without those shakes, I don't eat 2 meals a day. You know what I mean? It's so easy to blend those and go. So I feel like for me, it's really become like my savior, like my maintenance program. I don't know. I just feel like I'm continually shredding, except for through the holidays where I was just like cookies. You know?
Guilty.
And I am like, I could tell you, like the day after Christmas, I was like, all right, I'm having my come to sickness moment. Like I'm ready to be back on Shred just because I feel so much better. Like inside and out, top to bottom, just everything feels right when I'm getting all those plants in my diet every day. You know, and it's kind of like Julie was saying in the video, like, you know what, like the permanent weight loss piece is so critical. Like, I can't emphasize that enough. Like, I was overweight my whole entire life until I started with these lifestyle regimens through this company. I owe my health to the Juice Plus company.
Well, I think you owe it to yourself because you took your health in your own hands and you took control. And those changes aren't always easy, but we know that one simple change at a time works. And you touched on a couple of things, Desiree, I think that are really important that we can teach people to empower them, you guys. Number one, you know, we can eat healthy most of the time. It's okay to indulge and enjoy ourselves. And we're not about creating some crazy police state where we don't do that. I'm like, please go to the party. Please have a glass of champagne. Please have a cookie. But you get up the next morning. Well, first of all, you take 4 Vineyard before you go to bed with a glass of water. And you get up the next morning and then you have your shake and you get right back on track. And I think that is really being real and being authentic. Secondly, Jennifer Myers has said this, and I couldn't agree more. And Desiree, this was woven into your story. People do these shreds and their awareness surfaces of different habits and different thought patterns, things they're doing that don't serve them. And they cut those things out for good. And you guys, that's where I get goosebumps because I think people are adding days and months and years onto their life, and they're going to have better quality of life because of what we're doing here. So this is all about the big picture. This is never about a sale. It's never about a quickie relationship, to get a sale. This is about the big picture and the healthy living revolution. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you sharing. I'm going to, as you guys can see my screen here, hold on a second. I'm going to go into slideshow so you can see all of this. Let's go. I've got this little view that will make it so we can see us and we can see the PowerPoint. It's kind of nifty, you guys. How's that? You'll see pictures on here of Christy Pomeroy. She's sideline on the Peak team. This is Christy before Shreds, and this is Christy after. And she just is absolutely inspiring. But you guys, this is about, feeling better together 10 days at a time. And so what I want to explain to people when I'm talking to them is, who we are. We're part of the Juice Plus company. We're a mission-driven company. We inspire healthy living around the world. This is an opportunity for you to share your story with whoever you're talking to about the shred. Just make sure you're not talking all about yourself. Make sure you're asking them a couple of key things like, what's your primary goal? What got you interested? Where are you and where do you want to be? One or two of those questions, you guys, you'll learn what you need to know, and they will feel heard, which is the most important thing. But, we're all about creating communities to inspire healthy living. And for team storytellers, for my team, I want everybody in our team to shred with us January 2nd. I'm really passionate about this because I want to build more team energy, and we're going to put that community on stage in our private Facebook group. And those shredders that join January 9th and 16th, those alumni shredders in that group, they're going to get a taste of what Team Synergy is all about. It's pretty exciting. We've got our 4 products, and I want to walk some people through this. Now, some of our shredders are going to be existing customers. You may be adding a shake order. They've been taking capsules for a while. It just depends. They may be somebody that's not been exposed to Juice Plus at all. So you'll want to explain our 4 products: capsules, shakes, bars, of course, complete. Well, I said shakes. And then, of course, we've got the Tower Garden. And I always mention the Tower Garden because if you're shredding and you can eat off your Tower Garden, what a bonus. Okay, so what is the shred? And this is verbiage, you guys, that I feel like I can type in a Facebook message, right? Or a text. It's a 10-day jumpstart to health that focuses on keeping out of our bodies the things that might not make it feel good and flooding it with high-quality nutrients, okay? On the shred, we're going to eliminate gluten, dairy, caffeine and alcohol, processed food, refined and artificial sugars. We're going to have our last meal before 6 p.m. We're going to take our trio capsules every day. You can even double up for the shred if you want. And you're going to do 2 of the complete shakes every day. You're going to exercise daily. And sometimes I have a conversation with people. Those first few days on the shred, you may be tired, right? Because you're detoxing a little. So find a workout that gets you, wakes you up. Or maybe, like even for me, those might be days that I go on a long walk instead of running, which I normally do, and that's okay, but get some movement. Drink plenty of water, and I'm telling you, by day 3, you're like guzzling gallons of water, and it feels great because you're just clearing stuff out of your system, you guys, that doesn't support you. Your thinking is starting to get clearer. So one of the things we want to be prepared to address are typical obstacles. The one that comes up the most often is not eating after 6 p.m. And you might hear a lot of like, oh, I don't get home from work until 7. Okay, so hop in there with people and problem solve with them. Could they eat dinner at the office? Could they have dinner ready to go and, a mason jar salad and eat at the office before they leave? Or maybe they don't go to bed till 11 o'clock. If they eat by 7, it's really okay. What we want is 3 hours for that meal to digest before they go to bed. And we want at least 12 hours. Hi, Scarlett. She's so cute. Oh, my goodness. There's our little Juice Plus shredder baby.
That's right.
But we want 12 hours to 14 hours of fasting. So if you can go from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m. without eating, that's ideal, okay? Other typical obstacles, you know, not knowing what to eat. So we've got resources that you guys, you're seeing all this new stuff come out. It's posted in Team Storytellers. It's also going to be on the healthylivingrevolution.com cookbooks. In our secret Shred 10 Facebook group, Desiree and I have already loaded the crock pot recipes, mason jar salad recipes, a shopping list, a cookbook folks can download. So there's plenty of tools there to address not knowing what to eat. You will have people that come on the Shred who eat quite a few processed foods. You know, they're making chicken nuggets and mac and cheese for dinner, and so they are going to need some help prepping, and it is your job to, you know, reach out once they've ordered and say, are you prepared? Have you planned your meals for 10 days? Do you need any help with that? Willpower, again, that's addressed really well in the video. Being hungry goes with willpower. So cute. Not being full, being satisfied, being unprepared, all those kinds of things, not having anyone to help. Make sure you're making it really clear with people you're here to help, and if you don't have an answer or an idea, you'll get them one. And that is where our Facebook group is awesome. There's tons of stuff already in there. You can go in there and ask questions. Somebody will jump in and comment. Okay, what does life look like on the Shred? And here's where I want to train you guys. And this is actually not on this slide because this is a slide that I show to people who are not distributors. But practical support means that the first 5 days, your person's on a Shred. You're going to shred them 3 times. You're going to text them 3 times a day, guys.
Shred them.
You're going to have a text that's inspiring. You're going to have a text, and it can just be a little graphic you text. One that's a check-in. How you doing? How's it been going today? And then good night, sleep well, congratulations, you finished day 1. Okay, that's the first 5 days. And then the following 5 days, you can do 1 or 2 texts. Depending on your relationship with your shredder, you know, you're going to get into some territory like, you're going to get into some territory like people that are feeling pretty emotional during their Shred. That can be a part of it. You know, giving up coffee, detoxing from sugar, you guys. People get emotional. Don't be afraid to get in the trenches and just support them and let them know like they've got this. You're there for them. You believe in them. Most of us, when we're going through a challenging time, we just need to feel like somebody kind of has our back. And you know, with the active and supportive Facebook community, we really want to bring that to people, but it has to start with us as distributors. You guys need to post in there, and you need to engage your people in there. I always say this to my team: I cannot engage your customers for you. So anything that you want to post, that's your personality, that's your voice, we want to hear it. And then again, all that help. Unlimited cheerleaders, of course, everybody's cheering for each other. And then we've got that great Shred video that we want everybody to watch before they start their Shred. And we also want to invite them to share it with friends because this is way more fun with a buddy. Okay, and then as people are ready to get started, what are their next steps? They're going to pick their start date. So for Team Storytellers, they can, you know, you guys can have your own Shred groups whenever. I am leading groups January 2nd, January 9th, and 16th. I will have dates rolled out for the rest of the year for you guys as well, and you can plug into those if that's easier for you. And then your shredder just needs to get with you, place your orders. If they're bringing buddies along with them, you definitely just say, hey, you know, for $50 a year, you're going to be a distributor. Your retail sales profit on your shake order and your capsule order is $71. You get a website, you would get the same retail sales on your friend's order. Would you like to just join our team? You can do as much as you want or as little as you want here. And of course, we'll introduce them to some information about our virtual franchise, but that's a great time to introduce that conversation. Make sure that they order their products to arrive in time. Shipping time, we want to, you know, kind of under promise and over deliver, I guess. Let people know it'll take a good week to get to them. especially if you're in a rural area. So if they're starting a shred January 2nd, they needed to order like yesterday. And if they're starting January 9th, they should get it in the next few days. Now, if somebody's local, and I've done this a lot, I keep extra product on hand. So let's say Desiree calls me and says, you know what, Ellen, I want to do your shred that starts in 2 days, but I'm out of shakes. I can go loan Desiree, 15 shakes, and she can give me 15 back when she gets her package. So that's a great way to work with your local customer base. I did have to overnight FedEx shakes to someone. Their order didn't come. It was just a fluke thing. And I just felt like that was the best customer service, was to overnight a couple shakes to her, and just kind of like let her know we really value her as a customer, and she really appreciated that. And, just thank them. Let them know that you want their feedback, and they should enjoy being part of the community. And then, you guys, this is the order form that you can show people. So, somebody that is doing a shake a day, here's the cost. Here's somebody that's doing a shake a day plus the trio. That's kind of what maybe your maintenance period looks like between shreds. This breaks out the cost of the shred if you pay for your shakes in full and you do the trio on installments. And that's how all shred orders should be put in. And here's the logic behind that. If somebody is starting the shred and starting the capsules, we want them to stay on the capsules, and we want to put the vision in their mind that they can take capsules forever, that their next 2 years on Juice Plus capsules will be very exciting and revealing for them. So that's a monthly program. But the shakes, because they come in a box with 60 servings, what I tell people is you'll use 20 of those shakes during the shred. You'll have 40 left over, which is a great value. But when you go through those shakes, I don't know how fast you'll go through them. They will have been paid for, and all you have to do is text me, and we can ship another box immediately. So this basic package is basically people paying for shakes on 2 installments, and as well as this one, and that's fine. I tend to have people just always pay for their shakes in full, because very oftentimes a spouse starts using them, or a teenage athlete or whatever, and they become like our house where we need a box of shakes every month. Any questions about that, you guys?
No, that's awesome.
Okay, this is a great visual that you can share with people. And this is loaded in the files of Team Storytellers, okay? It's called, I think, Shred 10 Package. And, again, really empower people. A dream without a plan is just a wish. We're giving people a plan, you guys. There's tremendous value in what they're getting. I don't know of another program out there where people get the coaching and support and resources for under $200. You guys, it's a steal.
No way.
It's a steal.
No way.
So don't, you just know that. And I just want to, here, I'm going to stop share. I want to come back to our faces. Any questions, comments, anything you guys would like to add?
I have no questions, Miss Ellen. That's a lot of good info to chew on.
Okay. Kathy, Joe, Miss Desiree, any questions?
No, I think it was all great. I really love that shred video. Where did you actually, I do have a question. Where did you get that shred video again?
It should be in your team page.
Okay.
And if it's not, I can private message it to you. So I know you're not in our team page, Desiree, but it should be in yours. And it's probably Jennifer Myers. And I am loading all these resources in Team Storytellers. And you guys remember that Team Storytellers Facebook group is like a library. There's a little search window in the upper right-hand corner on that page. You could go in there, for example, and type in shred, hit enter, and all of the posts that have to do with shred are going to come up. So those resources are always there for you. Do you guys have any questions before we end about sharing this effectively and I would say appropriately over social media.
I don't think so.
Okay, I mean, you guys are the best at this, and so, you know, you just go out there, be yourselves. I will tell you that in like October, November, in about a 30-day, it was a 30-day period, I added 25 new customers just promoting the shred on my Facebook page and adding people to the Juice Plus Stories secret Facebook group where they could, so not everybody was doing a shred. Some people were just getting started on capsules. Well, not just, it's life-changing. It's awesome for them. Those two simple activities, you guys, I built a whole new customer base, and you can do the same thing too. You'll have some questions along the way. I'm here for you. Don't hesitate to reach out into our Voxer chat any day, any time of day. Ask those questions. We're here to help you guys go out and change the world.
I love it.
All right. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to stop the recording.